Right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Tuesday, the 17th of March. Hard to believe already halfway through the month of March. A lot of great events here, and feels like my year has just been on fast forward. And fresh back from a trip to New York City for the second Burdi Gala celebration there at the St. Bartholomew's Church. I'd like to say thank you to all the folks that put this on. These guys do an incredible job. They had 16 chateaus there and a lot of owners. Alfred Tesseron, what a delightful man he is. Pierre, Lurton, and a bunch of other personalities from Bordeaux were here on hand to answer your questions about their 2011 vintage, which, I didn't have many questions about 2011. Unfortunately, 11, 12, and 13, not very highly regarded vintages in Bordeaux. I don't know that 14 is any better, but they are saying some good things about it. It's too early to tell. But hey, there's, in addition to all these real expensive wines, and I'll tell you, it's vintages like 2000 and 2005, 2009, and 10, because these guys, in addition to their 2011s, also brought a few older vintage wines. Everybody had 3 wines on the table at least. And man, let me tell you, everything we had from these guys, from those great vintages, an indication of why Bordeaux is worth what it is. And these great vintages, they last for a very long time. Very well-built wines, wonderful structure of the 2005s and 2000s and 2010s. Let me tell you, I wouldn't invest in 2011s immediately. I'd go back out and look for some of these older vintage. Some of them you can find at about the same price as the 2011s that are coming out now. 2012, a charming vintage. We did get to try a few of those. And one of my favorite white wines on hand, Smith-O Lafitte, and the very rare Wye de Chateau Owners. What an incredible party. It took 50 sommeliers from New York City's finest restaurants. Hey, we had 2 people down here, Brian Grandison from Hakkasan and Jennifer Wagoner from Zuma, who were both flown up for the event to help with it and to get to taste the wines and enjoy the festivities. Hey, in addition to all the wines that these guys send out from the chateaus, everybody sends 3-liter bottles. We had a slew of 04s, which are drinking nice. Collectors bring wines out of their own cellar, incredibly generous. Hey, we had a Magnum of 1986 Pichon the Lawn on our table, and a lot of other great wines. And like I said, a great time was had by all. Good reason to go up to New York, and for the night, I'd recommend staying more than one day. It's a little truffle, just a little hard to travel, do that just for one night, especially when you're out partying after the event until the wee hours of the morning. And Saturday was a little bit rough, but hey, sleep when you're dead. That's what I always say. This inspired me when I got back to send out an email, not about the wines that we had, we have some of them in stock, but about some other great values, because in addition to all the expensive wines in Bordeaux, which a lot of people think they only have expensive wines, they have some incredible values, like these wines on this table, starting at under $10. That's right, this Clarendelle from the Delon family, the 2006 vintage, almost 10 years old. This is their entry-level wine, the folks that own Chateau Owners. What an incredible value for $9.75. And then the Marsanne from Cadillac, another wine under $15. 2010, such a great vintage. Even these entry-level wines, outstanding. We've got some other 2010s on this offer. Saint-Emilions. We've got Pomerols. We've got some top-level appellation wines. Even a first Margaux from the 2012 vintage, the Chateau Latour de Mons, which 12s have a little more fruit to them. The 11s tend to be fairly austere. I want to call it a classic vintage. Very light, very easy to drink. And man, you know, like I said, hard for me to invest any money in these 11s until the prices come down a little more. When we've got all these great older vintage Bordeaux's, and we've included just over a dozen of them for you on this offer, the top values that we have in the store right now from Bordeaux. Check it out. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.